In the harsh journey of life, confidence is not a trophy handed to the lucky. It's a fortress we build and reinforce, brick by brick, through what we think, choose, and do every day. Dictionaries call confidence a belief in one's abilities. That sounds simple, but anyone who's ever hesitated at a hard decision, stumbled after criticism, or been haunted by past mistakes knows how complicated it really is. We carry invisible weights, old judgments, quiet fears, and the habit of looking outward for proof we're good enough. Failures and harsh words can feel like underground currents, slowly eroding the foundation we were born with. Yet the Stoics remind us that nothing external determines our worth. Only our judgments, our actions, and our discipline have that power. Today, we're not just talking about confidence. We're going to train it. We'll clear out self-doubt, step away from pointless comparisons, and lay down daily practices that turn belief into muscle. If you apply these lessons consistently, you will awaken a calm, steady power, confidence that doesn't shake when the crowd goes quiet. Type it in the comments or say it to yourself right now. Today, I stand firm in my value, and let's begin. Lesson 1. Value comes from within, not from applause. True confidence doesn't come from claps, likes, or bright spotlights. It rises from your own alignment when what you believe, say, and do all point in the same direction. The Stoic Emperor Marcus Aurelius put it simply, look within. Within is the fountain of good. External recognition is volatile. One day you're praised, the next you're ignored. If you tie your self-belief to that unstable weather, you'll always be waiting for permission to feel worthy. Instead, judge your actions by your principles. Ask, was I honest? Did I give my best? Did I act with courage and restraint? Imagine your self-worth as a stone fortress. Showing off is just a coat of paint, shiny, fragile, easy to chip. But sticking to your principles, especially when no one's watching, is the cement that keeps the walls standing through any storm. The minute you stop waiting for praise, your power comes back to you. Practice. At the end of each day, write one sentence. Today I acted in line with my values when I. That's the fountain. Lesson 2. Master the inner voice. Confidence rises or collapses in the dialogue you keep with yourself. Left unchecked, that voice can become a heckler. The Stoic move is not to flatter yourself, but to coach yourself. Replace I'm failing with this is hard and I'm learning. Replace I always mess up with I'm improving one rep at a time. Think like a craftsman. When a table wobbles, the carpenter doesn't curse the wood, he takes out the tools. Your inner voice is your toolkit. It should be kind, clear, and accountable. No sugarcoating and no abuse. Practice. When you hit a wall, write 3 lines immediately. This is hard and I'm learning. I have the right to fail in order to grow. One adjustment I'll try next is do that after feedback, a missed workout, or a tough conversation. You'll feel your center steady. Lesson 3. Stop the comparisons, track your progress. Comparison can inspire, but it also corrodes. You don't share the same starting line, resources, or timeline as anyone else, and you don't need to. Stoicism focuses on what's in your control, your effort, your attitude, your choices. When you measure yourself against another person's highlight reel, you overlook the quiet victories already under your feet. The night you read one more page, the time you stayed calm under pressure, the day you told the truth even though it cost you. Those small wins are the bricks of confidence. Practice. Each week, list 5 micro wins from your own path. No one else's metrics. You'll start to see the cause and effect chain between your effort and your growth, and the noise of comparison will fade. Lesson 4. Say no without guilt. Confidence collapses when your life is run by other people's priorities. A respectful no is not rudeness, it's self-respect in action. Marcus Aurelius again. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Your calendar is an outside event unless you claim it. Use simple, clear phrases. I'm honored you asked, but I can't commit right now. My schedule is full. If that changes, I'll let you know. This isn't a fit for me, but thank you for thinking of me. Boundaries are not walls, they're gates you open with intention. Every time you protect your time, you affirm your worth. Practice. Choose one polite refusal you'll use this week. Write it down and keep it handy. Use it once. Feel the strength of a clean boundary. Lesson 5. Keep promises to yourself. If a friend broke plans every day, you'd stop trusting them. When you break your own promises, I'll wake up early, I'll stop doom scrolling, I'll do that workout, your self-trust takes the hit. Epictetus warned, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Integrity isn't a grand speech. It's a string of small kept promises. 1 rep becomes 2, 2 days become a week. Then you look up and there's a track record. Confidence is mostly memory, evidence that you do what you say. Practice. Pick one tiny, non-negotiable promise for the next 7 days. Example, lights out at 11, or read 2 pages, or 5 push-ups after breakfast. Track it with check marks. 7 straight checks is a new identity forming. Lesson 6. Turn weakness into a weapon. The Stoics treat obstacles like raw material. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. If there's a gap in your game, public speaking, patience, finances, that's not a life sentence. It's an invitation. Choose one weak point and give it focused, narrow training. Like a fighter sharpening a single counter until it's second nature. You don't need 100 tactics. You need one practiced so well it's reliable under pressure. Practice. Identify one weakness and one drill. Afraid of speaking? Record a 60-second voice memo daily explaining something you learned. Struggle with patience? Set a 90-second rule before responding to texts that trigger you. Strength is repetition applied to the right spot. Lesson 7. Discipline is self-respect. Start small. Discipline can sound like punishment. It isn't. Discipline is how you speak to yourself through action. I am worth structure. I am worth consistency. Start tiny. Power down your phone by a fixed time. Do 5 minutes of breathing each morning. Prep your clothes the night before. These aren't life hacks. They're votes. Each small act casts a ballot for the kind of person you are. Over time, the ballots pile up into identity. And identity is what you draw confidence from when the day gets heavy. Think of this as your personal hyperbolic time chamber. Not a flashy montage, just compressed, focused practice where time spent with intention multiplies the results. Practice. Choose one anchoring habit you'll do daily for 14 days. It should take less than 5 minutes. If you miss, do it the next moment you remember. Don't let one miss become 2. Lesson 8. Step into fear. Shrink the comfort zone. Expand the self. Comfort is pleasant. Too much comfort becomes a cage. Confidence grows on the edge where you're slightly unsure, slightly stretched, but safe enough to try. Name the fear out loud. I'm afraid of rejection. I'm afraid of looking dumb. Naming it takes away its fog. Then take one small action into that fear today. Send the message, ask the question, share the draft. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's movement in spite of it. When you act, your nervous system learns, we survived. That's how your range expands. Practice, right? I'm afraid of, but today I will. After you act, reward yourself with a simple line. I did it, proof I can adapt. Confidence stacks quickly when you collect proof. Lesson 9. Master your money. Strengthen your power. For the Stoics, money isn't evil or sacred, it's neutral. But your relationship to it reflects your relationship to yourself. When you ignore your finances, you train helplessness. When you track and plan, you train agency. Seneca wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more. That is poor." Simple practices build serious confidence. Track every expense for 30 days. Set a realistic weekly cap on discretionary spending. Automate a small transfer to savings the moment you're paid. Each entry you log is a statement. I'm paying attention. Each automated transfer is a promise kept. Future me matters. This isn't about becoming rich, it's about becoming reliable to yourself. Practice. Tonight, create a 2-line budget. Essential, optional. Put a number next to optional you can actually keep. Revisit it every Sunday for 5 minutes. You'll be amazed how fast control returns. Lesson 10. Guard the body, house the soul. You can't feel confident when you're fried. The body is not a billboard for attention. It's the home of your mind. Protect the home and your decisions improve. Sleep enough to repair, eat to fuel, move to clear the static. This is not about a perfect diet or a marathon PR. It's about respect. Respect says, I don't trade tomorrow's clarity for tonight's dopamine. Respect says, I train because a strong body makes a steady mind more likely. Keep it absurdly simple. Set a sleep window and defend it. Eat one truly nutrient-dense meal a day. Move your body for 15 minutes. Walk, push-ups, jump rope, shadow boxing. You'll feel a feedback loop kick in. Better body, better choices, deeper confidence. Practice. Pick one ritual from sleep, nutrition, and movement to perform for the next 7 days. Put it on your calendar like a meeting with someone you respect, because that someone is you. Remember, confidence isn't a mood, it's a practice. And you're already doing it. Bringing it all together. Confidence forged in Stoicism is not loud. It doesn't need a stage. It's a quiet steadiness you can feel in your chest when the room gets tense. It's the result of aligning your choices with your values, coaching your inner voice, building micro habits that prove you can be trusted, and stepping a little beyond comfort every day. If you look back over these lessons, you'll notice a pattern. None of them require perfect circumstances. You don't need a raise, a different city, or universal approval. You need a pen, a plan, and a willingness to act today. One sentence of reflection, one boundary said with kindness, one promise kept, one small step into fear, one tracked expense, one early night of sleep. This is how a fortress rises, stone by stone. This is how the hyperbolic time chamber actually works in real life, not by fantasy shortcuts, but by compressing distractions and concentrating your energy on what you can control. Every practice here is a lever you can pull right now. Pull enough of them consistently, and you won't have to tell anyone you're confident. It will show, calmly, undeniably, in how you move. Your next move, right now, write one value-driven action you'll take today. Choose one 5-minute habit to anchor for the next 14 days. Name one fear and one step you'll take into it before you sleep. If this helped you, share it with someone who needs a steady voice today. And if you want more Stoic tools for real life, hit like and subscribe so we can keep building this fortress together. Remember, confidence isn't a mood, it's a practice, and you're already doing it.